Hi everyone, it's Kate and I'm back with a Hipkit scrapbook layout process video for you. This, I'm quite surprised, is scrapbook layout process video number 10 on my YouTube channel, which I just think is absolutely amazing, considering that I thought I'll probably do one or two videos, decide it's completely not for me and not want to make any more. So to get 10 videos on my YouTube channel, I'm feeling quite good about that. This is a weekly challenge over on the Hipkit Facebook page. It's a colour challenge, and the colour challenge was to use the colours red, pink and blue, which I have to say I was a bit nervous about that as a colour challenge, and I thought that I wouldn't do very well at this at all, given that that is a colour scheme that I tend to shy away from, particularly red and pink. I think sometimes they can be really difficult colours to put together. But actually I'm really pleased with how this turned out, and I think the colours in this kit, so the kit that I'm using for this layout is the November kit, which is packed full of Hipkit exclusives, so you can't get that anywhere else, and it's just full of gorgeous designs, and the colours complement each other really well, and the tones of pink, red and blue in this particular kit just work fabulously together. They look really nice. So it wasn't as difficult as I thought it was going to be, actually. So I started off by just sort of playing around just to see how I knew I wanted a cluster on the left-hand side. And I knew there's a really lovely pack of sequin, like mixed sequins that have got the perfect colours for this layout in with the kit. Again, that is a Hipkit. I think this entire kit is Hipkit exclusives. So you can see those there on the right-hand side. So I just picked some of those through. And I just was having to think about how I could sort of showcase those on the background. And I'll just interject to say I'm really sorry about the lighting keep changing here, guys. I'm sure wherever you are as well, everybody's having problems with terrible lighting in these dull, dark winter months at the moment. But I have tried to lighten it as best as I can. So I thought, how can I showcase these beautiful sequins on the background? So I thought that I would just do some simple stitching in 3 lines just as an accent, just underneath, well, above where I'm going to put my journal in, actually. So all I did was I pierced some holes with a paper piercer, and underneath there I've just got some craft foam just so that I could pierce the holes and it wouldn't go through to the craft mat. So I just pierced the holes in a straight line, used some white floss and just thread the sequins through every couple of stitches and just lay those down. Okay, so now finished that bit of stitching there. I think the hardest part was actually probably trying to find all of the sequins and put them back in the packet. But now that I've got them all away, I'm going back to the main part of my design on the left-hand side. So I just cut some strips of pattern paper that I had left over from the kit and just sort of layered them across in the middle. I wanted to nestle in some frames as well, just to add a bit of interest. And what I always tend to do is that my favourite way to use frames is rather than actually use them on a picture, because I find the picture sizes that I do, I always print a little bit bigger, is usually I'll cut them in half, which means you sort of get twice as many embellishments, and then sort of nestle them in between the picture as well. And it looks like you've got, like I said, twice as many embellishments. So I've also cut some of the there's a gorgeous 12 by 12 paper that's just full of different coloured snowflakes, so I cut a few of those out as well. I thought they made really nice embellishments. And then just to sort of tie everything together, I've just done my favourite technique, which is I just cut a line upwards from the bottom of the paper, and then fold the two edges over. And then I'm just going to layer some pattern paper underneath that to make it look sort of like it's ripped and there's paper underneath it. Again, when you're doing a colour theme like this, I think it's really nice to do that. It just sort of ties everything together and makes it look like one cohesive layout. And so now I'm just having a rifle through these gorgeous embellishments, like I said at the start of the video. It is packed full of just Hipkit exclusives, and there's loads of different ones. I do take all of mine out the packaging because I just think it's easier to just flick through when you're doing a layout. It just speeds it up rather than... I find myself, if I don't do this, I tend to leave embellishments that I would like to use because I can't be bothered to open the packet. So I just think it's easier, get everything out in front of you, make it as easy as you can for yourself, just so you can really be creative and just choose whatever it is that you want to put on your layout. Just to add a bit of detail behind the photo, I like to use a bit of white tissue paper. I think it ties in nicely with the Christmas theme layout as well. So I just fold that up really roughly and I staple it in the middle, and then I'll glue it, and that just adds a bit more dimension to the layout as well. And then now I'm just looking for little pieces just to sort of pull everything together. So the loose embellishments, so things like your die cuts and a sort of your chipboard thickers, I will put in a basket as well. So I take all the packaging out. Again, it just saves so much time when you actually want to be creative and want to put something together. It just makes it a lot easier. So I just spend some time going through everything. I do go through it quite a few times because you've got to make sure that you're using the best embellishments that you can for that layout. And that's part of the fun. That's the best part, actually, of the whole scrapbooking process. So I'm trying to find a title now, and I thought this worked perfectly. It went perfectly with the colour theme as well. And I think Stay Happy, it sort of really ties in with the photo there as well. So if you can't see it, that's a photo of me and my son. He's very, very proudly holding up a picture of a snowman that we did in my craft room, of course, and he's really, really chuffed with that. So I think that's a really nice picture to use. And I think just to finish it off, I do, like I say, some journaling underneath those sequin bits, and that pretty much ties everything together. So yeah, I was really happy with how this layout turned out. I'd love to see you guys, if you want to join in on the challenge. It's over on the Hipkit Facebook page, and I can't wait to see what everybody else creates. I'd love it if you would like and subscribe to this channel for definitely more videos to come. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.